All right, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I am Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success. I want to say thanks for joining us today on the live stream. Today is Thursday, November 1st, 2018. I hope everybody had a safe and awesome Halloween. Today we're going to be talking about Photo Day pre-registration. So I'm going to show you how you can use Zenfolio's pre-order prepay feature to capture parent emails and other vital information that's going to help you on your photo day. Now, this feature that we're going to be talking about, pre-order, is available on the Pro plan and the Advanced plan. The event feature and some of the other features that I'm going to be showing you are only going to be available to those of you guys who have an advanced account. So I'll make sure that I let you guys know when we're talking about those different features. What we're going to be doing today is creating a pre-registration page. I'm going to show you how to export your pre-order information, how to create some print credits in bulk, generate a participants list, and then we're going to send out print credits and invites using Zenfolio's event feature. Now, don't forget, guys, on the 4th, because I'm probably going to forget, we need to turn our clocks back. So just a friendly reminder so you don't forget. Hey, if this is your first time watching this, make sure to say hi to us in the chat. And as always, we are very glad to have all of you guys who come and hang out with us week after week here on the live stream. Mike Singer, hey, from Cincinnati, Ohio, thanks for coming and hanging out. And Lynn Long from Charlotte. Hey, Lynn, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Guys, you don't have to wait till I get through. You can start asking questions now. This is also an open Q&A session as well, so I will be getting to your questions that you ask in the chat after I finish the main content. Also, in the link of in the description of the video below, there's a link to our holiday shipping deadlines blog post. Make sure that you check that out so you know when your orders need to be approved to get them in time for the holidays. All right, guys, let's go ahead and just jump into our topic here today. So here we are in my Zenfolio account, and the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to create a pre-registration page. So what we're doing is, let's say that you've got a photo day coming up for a school or maybe a sporting event, and what you want to do is you want to be able to get parent emails, and it's getting harder and harder to get that information from the school. Well, what you can do is you can use the pre-order feature as a registration page, and you can gather that information by sending that link out to the school or to the league, and then asking them to email blast that out to everybody and having them go ahead and register for the upcoming photo day. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make that really simple by there being a single package that's a registration package, and this is what's going to help you get those email addresses. And then we're going to turn around and send out print credits. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to selling right here. Go ahead and just click right on selling. Scroll down and click on that pre-order button right here. Now let's go ahead and create a new pre-order. So we're going to click create new pre-order right here. And we're just going to start building this out. So I'm just going to call this pre-order Zenfolio Photo Day. And we're only going to put one package on this. For this to work really well, guys, we want this to be super simple. We want this to be easy for us, easy for our clients. And then later on, if you want to start adding some things, maybe changing it up a little bit, you can do that. But definitely, if this is your first go around doing this, I would recommend leaving this as simple as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump down here and we're going to create one package. And I'm just going to call this the pre-registration package. All right. You can put in a package description if you want. If nothing else, you do want to make sure that you delete that description right here. And guys, if you hear some drilling going on in the background, there's some construction going on around me. Hopefully it's not too loud and too distracting, but it is kind of loud in the back of my ear. So hopefully it's not coming through too loud, but there is some construction going on around me. Okay, so for this pre-registration package, what we're going to do is we're going to ask the parents to pay and I'm just making these numbers up. You guys need to make sure you make these numbers fit your business model. But we're going to ask the parents to pay $20 for a pre-registration fee. So we're going to say, oh, you know what, let's do $25. So we're going to ask them to pay $25 as a pre-registration fee. Now, what they're going to get out of paying that $25 is they are going to get a $30 print credit. So it kind of is a no-brainer. They pay you $25 and you're giving them a $30 print credit. So it's a really good incentive for them to go ahead and do this pre-registration. But they're also going to get early access to their photos, because what they're doing by doing this pre-registration is they're going to give us their email address that we're going to contact them on. And so that way it makes it easier for us to get them their information. Now you can also set this up to get any kind of identifying information that you need if you need to tag the photos with a specific ID. And we'll get to that in just a second. But let's go ahead and create this pre-registration package. So we're going to ask for $25. And down here, what they're going to get is they're going to get a $30 print credit. And we're just going to put $30 print credit like this. Or you can call it, digital credit, digital coupon, whatever you want to name it. But basically, we're giving them a $30 print credit that they can use on our website. Now, next, what we're going to do in here is we're going to add a product and just call this early access to photos. All right, and that's pretty much it. We want this to be really simple. Now, if you want to add a photo up here as a placeholder, you can. If you want to type in a description, you can up here. But we want this to be really simple. So now, moving down, we're going to remove some of these other options because we want this to be the only option that they have on this pre-order page. So we're going to remove this. We're going to go down here. We're going to remove the add-ons, and we're going to click on Next. So now next is where we're going to get to the customer information fields. And this is the benefit for us because this is where we get the information that we need to collect from these clients so that when we upload the photos, we can send out emails with their print credit. So you can do this in a couple of different ways. If you're photographing sports and you have a list of all the team names, you could create a drop down and have them choose their team name from that drop down. If you want, you just click in here, turn on the drop down option, and then you can click in here and put in team names like Bulls, the Cavaliers. If you want to do that, you can. I'm going to go ahead and turn that option off. I'm going to actually remove that one. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask for a little bit of information on here. I'm going to ask for first name. We're going to ask for last name. And then we're going to ask for ID. Now, this could be like student ID. It could be jersey number. It really just depends on your clients and what kind of information you want to collect. So I'm going to put ID. Now, any of the customer information fields that you create here are required by your clients to fill out. So when your clients land on this pre-registration page, they have to put in this information before they can actually check out. And if you want to add more fields, you can. Again, my rule of thumb is the simpler you can keep it, the more apt people are to go through the process and fill it out. But you can have up to 15 customer information fields in here if you want. You just click the Add Customer Info field. Now, if you guys are interested in using the pre-order feature as a traditional pre-order feature where you offer pre-order packages that have different prints, I did a live stream on that a couple of weeks back. You definitely want to make sure that you go back and watch that live stream. This one's for a different type of purpose. This is just for pre-registration. All right, so we're going to click Next down here. And basically, we're done. That's created our pre-registration page. We have the link right here. So let's go in and let's take a look at this. So we're going to click Preview. And this is going to be the link that you're going to be sending out to your clients. You can copy that link right here. You can click the Get Short link, and it's going to change this to a short link that you can then copy. If you want to set up an expiration date on this, you can as well right here. When that expiration date hits, anybody that's trying to access that link will be redirected to your actual website rather than that link. But let's go ahead and take a look at how this one looks. So back to this page right here. This is basically it. It's really simple. There's a pre-registration package. If you wanted to add a description in there, you could, and it would be showing up down here. but basically the client's going to click on this, add it to their cart, hit checkout, and then here are those customer information fields, so the name, last name, ID, and then they would go in and they would put in their information here. Now, I do see Roger saying email address. It does ask for the email address under the billing information right here. So this you can put in, and the clients will put their email address in here. But hey, Roger, that's actually a pretty good thing to do, is have the email address here as well. That way it kind of has them put it in twice. So kind of a verification for them. So you could definitely have the email address in here as well in the customer information fields. So now you have the link, you've sent it out to your clients, or you've sent it out to the school, and the school has email blasted it out to all of the clients. And then what's going to happen is your clients are going to start going there, placing those pre-orders, and that information is going to actually go inside of your Zenfolio account. Now, my account doesn't have any in here at the moment because this is just my demo account. It's not live. But when that information comes in, it's going to be in your selling reports. And I'll show you where it's at, and I'm going to show you what that information looks like. So if we go to selling, and we go to reports and payouts right over here, and you're going to go up to sales report, and then click on pre-orders, and any pre-order that has been placed will show up in here in your account. And you can actually export the report as a CSV file. And so what you want to do is just export that report, or make sure that you have the dates showing of the files that you want. Again, I covered a lot more of this in detail back on a previous live stream, but you can search by the pre-order name. You can filter this by the date up here, and it will filter the information that's shown here. Once you have the pre-order showing that you need, you can export it as a CSV file. And that is going to export something that looks like this. And so this is a demo export that I did when I placed some fake pre-orders on another test account. And this is the actual information that comes through. So it has a date, it has an order number, the customer information, their email, the shipping address, the pre-order name, the access link. Let's see what else is on here. The currency, the package details, which this one's pre-registration, and then the package contents, and all of that is here. So this is what you're going to get when you do that export. And now what you're going to do with this is you're going to do a couple of different things. One, this is going to tell you how many print credit coupons you need to create. And two, you can also edit this list down to actually be used as your participants list in a Zenfolio event so that you can email out those print credits. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take this information. We're going to go ahead and get rid of all the stuff that we don't need. And then we're going to create our print credits. So all that we really need out of this, since everybody's package is going to be the same, all that we really need are the names and the email addresses and then their ID right here. Now you will want to watch out because you want to make sure that everybody ordered only one package. If you have clients with multiple children, you'll want to tell them that they need to do this per child. Now, if they don't, and if they place, they purchase multiple packages in one order, that number will be different in here in your report, and you can create a special coupon code for them if you need to. But for this one, we're going to just go ahead and say everybody ordered one. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to whittle this down. I think that's the right word. We're going to get this down to just the information that we need on here. And then we're going to add our coupon or our print credit codes. So I'm going to start deleting some of these columns. Starting up here, I don't need the date. I don't really need the order number, the order status. The customer name, I don't really need that. I do want the email address. So let's go ahead and delete these columns first. So we're going to delete those. Now next, we're going to go ahead and delete the shipping address. We don't need this. We don't need a lot of this information that's here. So I'm just going to go ahead and select a lot of this and delete it, because all I really need after this is the first and last names and their IDs. Okay, so we've got first and last name, we've got their ID. We can delete the rest of this right here. All right, so let's delete all of that. And so now we've got this data cleaned up to where it's the email, the first and last name, and their ID right here. All right, so next we need to create our print credit coupons that we're going to send out to these clients so that after we upload the photos, we can use a Zenfolio event. We can email them their photos along with their print credit coupons. So what we're going to do is first we need to take note of how many we need to create. So it's going to be 10. We have 11 rows of data here, 1 row is a header, so we're going to need to create 10 coupons. So what I'm going to do is jump back into Zenfolio. We're going to go up here to selling. And now this is an advanced feature. So those of you guys who have a pro account, in order to do what I'm about to show you, you'll need to make sure that you upgrade to an advanced account so you can create your print credit coupons in bulk. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from selling, we're going to go down here to coupons and campaigns. I'm going to click add a new coupon. And now what we're going to do is do a coupon campaign of 10. Now I could put more in here if I wanted. This is just the number of coupons that I need to create. And so for this one, we're going to go ahead and give it a name. I'll call it Zenfolio Photo Day 2018. And then for the coupon code, I'll just do ZPD. And then we're going to do a randomizing option. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to create a series of 10 coupons that have a one-time use that are randomly generated. It says ZPD, and then it'll have a random string at the end right here. All right, so we're going to scroll down, and this is where we're going to set up the coupon value. So everybody purchased the pre-registration package, which we said they paid $25, and we're going to give them a $30 print credit. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose coupon value, discount products. We're going to say discount it in an amount, and we're going to put $30 in there. Now, I don't like to discount shipping. If you guys have been watching the live stream, you know I always mention this when I'm in coupons. Discounting shipping, there's a lot of people who like to do that. It's something that I try to stay away from. It always ends up costing me money since the lab is the ones who are shipping these products out. I don't really like to discount shipping. I usually just discount the products because I know what the markup is on my product and how much of a discount I can afford to offer. So we're not going to do discount shipping. We're basically giving them a $30 print credit. Now we're going to scroll down. And if you want this to be limited to a specific product type, you can say, you know what, can only be used for prints, digital downloads. But I'm just going to go ahead and leave this for everything in here because I'm giving them a print credit because they pre-registered. Now I am going to limit this only to that specific gallery. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to find my Zenfolio Photo Day group and I'm going to limit it right here. I'm going to click on the group, hit select, and now these coupon codes that I'm creating can only be used within that specific group, which I'm later going to convert into an event. All right, now we're going to scroll down here to the bottom, and for restrictions, we definitely want to change these. So we're going to set the maximum number of uses to be 1. That way, each coupon credit only has a one-time use. Now, for the start date, the expiration, and all of that, I'm going to go ahead and leave all of that set to standard. It's definitely something you could modify if you want. I'm going to leave it set to the way it is. And then next, what we're going to do is we're going to click Save. And this is going to ask me if I want these Zenfolio to generate these coupon codes, which yes, I do. So we're going to click Yes, Generate New Codes. And now if you look right here, these are the coupon codes. And what we're going to do is we're going to click this Export button. That's going to let us export a CSV file. And let me just save it in here. And then what we'll do is we'll go back to our pre-order information right here. And I'm in Google Sheets, you guys. I love Google Sheets. You can also do this in Microsoft Excel. But One of the programs that I would caution you to be careful with is Numbers. Numbers is a great program. Occasionally, I do find it does some strange things to the data. Excel works really good. Google Sheets works really good. Just be careful with Numbers. Okay, so let's go ahead and import that data that we just exported. So I'm going to go to File, Import, and we're going to upload that. So here are those coupon codes. We're going to open that up. And we're going to import that as a new sheet. And so now we've got all of those coupon codes that were randomly created. Obviously, if there were more, they would be all down the list. Since we only needed 10, that's all we have here. So we're going to take this column. I'm just going to Command-C, copy it. We're going to jump back over to the other tab here. And we're just going to paste that column right into our data. So now I have the email address right here of all of the participants, their first name, their last name. We have their ID that they entered. So this is all information that they gave us. Now, next what we have is the coupon code search. So these are all the generated coupon codes. So now all that we need to do is we need to download this as a participants list, and then we're going to convert our group into an event inside of Zenfolio and use this information to email our clients their photos and give them their coupon codes. So we're going to say File, Download as a comma-separated value sheet. And I'm just going to save this here. I'll call it pre-order info. We're going to save that. And then what we're going to do is jump inside of Zenfolio, go back to Photos, and I'm going to go down to where I have those photos already uploaded. All right, so we're going to go into 2018, Zenfolio Photo Day. And now these photos are photos I uploaded and I keyworded them in Lightroom. So just so you guys see how this is working, if I click on Alicia's photo right here and I go to Details, you're going to see right down here that her keyword is in here. I keyworded this in Lightroom. There's lots of different ways you guys can do it. The thing is keywording the photos before you upload them. So here is that keyword right here. And that keyword is matching on her name here. So if we find Alicia and we go to ID, it's Z103. And that ID is what's going to tie that photo to this set of data here. All right, so now in Zenfolio, what we're going to do is we're going to convert this group right here to an event. And this is also a feature that's only available on the advanced plan. So I'm going to go to this event, click the little drop down. I'm going to say convert to an event. It's going to ask me what type of event I want. And I'm going to say I want it to be a restricted by passcode. And then I'm going to upload that list that I just downloaded. So here's that list. Really quick, let's preview it. Here's the list, the email, the names, the ID, and the code. And we're going to go to Open. We're going to hit Upload File. And then it's going to ask us what is the unique ID. In this case, Zenfolio is wanting to know what column in this file has been keyworded into the photos. And so we know that that is the ID. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here and we're going to select ID, which it's already pre-selected. And then it's going to ask us about passcodes. Now, if you want to create your own passcodes, you can. I'm going to let Zenfolio generate those passcodes randomly for me by clicking on that. And then we're going to hit Save. So now once we've got to this point, we're going to go right here to View List of Participants. And we are ready to send out an invite to everybody on this list so that they can see their photos and they also get their pre-registered coupon code that they purchased. So when you get here, you can actually see the photos that were linked by the ID. You can actually click here and see those photos. And then if you go to Send Email right here, you can email everybody a link to see just their photos. Now, to get them their coupon code for their pre-registration package, you're just going to take this little email variable right over here, copy that, and you can edit this message text to say, here is your print credit code, like that. Hit continue to preview. It's actually going to send everybody an email that's going to show one of their images. It's going to give them their print credit code and then give them a direct link to see just their images. So when they click on this, it's going to take them to see their photos here. All right. So that is how you guys can use the pre-order feature to set up a pre-registration page where you can collect your client's email information. If they have student IDs and you need their student IDs, you can ask them that in the customer information fields. All right, let me jump back to my photos page really quick. Catch up to you guys in chat. If you have any questions, definitely please make sure to get those in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. Let's go ahead and, man, there's a lot of you guys hanging out with us today. So give me 1 second. Let me catch up with you guys here on chat. And really quick, those of you guys who are viewing the recorded version of this, we would love to have you join us on a live stream, but I know not everybody can stop what they're doing on Thursday and jump on a live stream, which is why I really appreciate those of you guys who do. But there is a link in the description below the video where you can submit questions for the following week, and I will answer those questions. All right, Home Phone says, aloha. Hey, Home Phone, glad to have you here hanging out with me. Doug Stringer from the Bay Area. Hey, Doug, thanks for coming and hanging out. Lisa Lamping, I was speaking live and still am speaking live. And yes, you can definitely ask questions. As I said, absolutely, you can ask any question you have here in the chat, and I will make sure to answer those. Let's see. Mike Jackie says, we're live now. Yes. Isaac Ellis. Hey, Isaac from Virginia. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us. Jenny Gavin says, why after all these years is the shopping cart such an awful mess? Hey, Jenny, if you have some specific recommendations for the shopping cart, definitely please feel free to either reach out to the support team or go to our user voice forum and recommend, send us your recommendation for the shopping cart. You can definitely reach out to the support team by going to zenfolio.com/contact and just send us your recommendations on the shopping cart. Let's see. I'm going to try to say your name right. I'm probably going to get it wrong, but let's see. Where did it go? Shakima Lane says, I wish that the coupons could be set to be used for specific items. Coupons can only be used for 11 by 14s. That's definitely something that we are looking at. At the moment, it can only be used for certain product categories. So one of the things that you could do is if you do not use our built-in package feature, then what you can do is put the specific product that you want that coupon to be used for in a package by itself, and then set the coupon restriction to only work for packages. Right now, that's kind of a workaround to do that. The other thing is when you set the value, you can obviously name the coupon that it's only for a certain product. There's not really a way to force the client to pick that specific product, but you can definitely word it and try to get them to, select that product and use the coupon for that. But definitely a great observation, definitely something that we're looking at. Let's see. Jason Cole, well, there's a bug in there. Jason Cole says, laughing out loud. Hey, Jason, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Let's see. Mike says, Robert, not really Zenfolio related, but do you know a shortcut for importing keywords into Lightroom? I'm using CC. I'll be honest, Mike, for a longest time, I was not a big Lightroom user. I have a degree in graphic design, and I learned Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Bridge. And it's only been the past couple of years where I've really been digging into Lightroom and trying to use it to its maximum. As far as a shortcut, I'm not really sure. I'm sure that there are probably some tutorials on YouTube. I would definitely go there first. That's where I try to figure out 99% of the things that I do on my own is I hop on YouTube and see if there's a video tutorial. And I know there are lots on YouTube regarding Lightroom. One of the things that I usually try to do is, and again, it depends on what you're keywording, right? If you're keywording client images from a school or a sport, keywording shortcuts are going to be hard because they're going to be so different. One of the things that you can do is you can try to use a QR code system. There are some QR code reading plugins that you can get for Lightroom, and then you can create your own QR codes in with using Google API. That's something that's possible to do yourself, or you can find another company that will create those for you. But basically, you're going to be creating QR codes for whatever keywords you need, photographing that QR code, photographing your subject, and then running it through that plugin in Lightroom to keyword the photos. That's definitely a possibility. As far as a shortcut for that, I mean, that's probably the best shortcut I've come across so far. Now, for just normal keywording, like keywording your portfolio photos or, you know, your wedding photos, developing keyword sets I have found to be really, really helpful. So you can develop what's called keyword sets, or maybe you're keywording a wedding that you just photographed. You open up your wedding keyword, and then you open up the wedding keyword, and then the wedding keyword set, sorry, and that would have a list of all of your wedding keywords that you said was in this set. And then you can just click on them or do a keyboard shortcut. Definitely going to be some much better tutorials than what I can give you on YouTube, so I would definitely search for that. Hopefully that kind of gave you a place to start, not sure. Let's see, Lisa says, I have only used the pre-order feature and its cart. Definitely, there's definitely some really good ways to optimize your shopping cart as well. I've covered it a couple of times on the live stream, and there's also a couple of video tutorials on our YouTube channel that talk about how to optimize your shopping cart to make it easier for your clients. So if you are offering your clients 200 different products, and in those 200 different products, each product has 4 or 5 different options, and you have the quick shop showing and the visit shop showing, that's going to be a little confusing and a little overwhelming for your clients. What you want to do is you really want to go back through and optimize that buying experience for your clients. I'm a huge fan of using the quick shop only. I'm also a very big fan of starting off with a very streamlined, limited product selection, because that gives me an opportunity to get my clients to come back into their gallery and place more orders when I add new products to that price list. So if you start off simple, you get to introduce your clients to the buying experience in a simpler, condensed form. And then 2, you're building opportunities for your clients to come back and place more orders when you're adding new products to that price list. And if you're not familiar with that process, there's a live stream, I think it was last week, we covered that whole entire process. It's called price list phasing. And it actually goes through that process, and we'll show you how to set this up and how to set reminders. And so that way you're starting off, like I said, with a really simple, streamlined price list. And so you're starting off with a simple, streamlined price list, and then you're building reasons for clients to come back, and you're kind of keeping the frustrating, overwhelming point out of it until they're getting used to it, and then you're adding more products. Something to definitely look at. All right, let me see if I can make sure I'm catching up to everybody here. Let's see. Hey, Forte, thanks for coming back and hanging out with us. She says, I'm glad that I caught this live. I've been missing it. Now that I'm here, I totally forgot all my questions, and I have been needing you. Oh, Forte, absolutely. On the link, or on the description, there's a link. Click that, bookmark it. Throughout the week, as you start having questions come up, guys, put them through that link, and I will answer them the following week. So you don't have to wait until the live stream. If you don't want to, you can put questions through that link for sure. You don't have to wait. Let's see. I know I've been having issues with my clients understanding how to mark their favorites and sending them to me. Hey, Forte, we actually have a client tutorial on our YouTube channel. So if I could get Cheryl to throw that link out to the video in the chat, there's actually a client tutorial on how to save favorites. It shows them how to create favorite sets. It shows them how to add notes and how they can share it with you. So definitely check that out. You can also embed that onto a custom page. You can get the link and share it out to your clients, but it will walk them through that process if they're having problems figuring it out. And guys, there's a free software. It's a free Chrome plugin that you can use. I use it all the time. It's called Loom. It lets you record your screen. You can actually do a voiceover as you're recording it. You need to check that out. get it installed in your browser, and it lets you make really quick client tutorials and send it to them in just a matter of minutes. I use it all the time when I'm helping people, and it's definitely something that if you're having clients have issues with certain sections of your site, you know, you can make a quick screen recording, do a voiceover as you're recording it, send them a link, and they can watch that video rather than having to type out instructions and send it to them. So definitely check that software out. It's a free Chrome browser extension. Let's see. Jenny says, they blocked me on chats. Actually, YouTube has an auto-blocking feature to where if you are submitting too many chats or too long, it will actually auto-block you. So if you're sending in a bunch of messages over and over again, you may auto get blocked from YouTube, just to let you know. All right, let's see. Lynn Long says, if you're doing sports, you can keyword the player's jersey number, and then the jersey number becomes searchable. Granted, there are 2 teams, so not all the photos may be of your particular player. Hey, that's a good thing to bring up, Lynn. Absolutely, you can definitely do that. You can do that with an open event as well. Now, if you are going to, you know, have different teams like that, you know, one of the things that you can do is you can separate them into their own separate event, and then it would only, that particular event landing page would only search the contents of its event. But doing that is going to be about as much time as it takes to separate them out into their own gallery. So it kind of depends on what's important. You know, you might think about making the keywords the first letter or the team name and then the number, kind of as one thing together. So they type in their last name and their number. So a couple of different ways that you can kind of distinguish the keywords for each different team so they can all work together as one event, but you can definitely do that. Let's see. Forte says the fact they have to send it in separately confuses them. Not sure exactly what you mean by that, Forte. If you could definitely clarify, let me know. I'll try to answer that as best I can. Let's see. I'm going to make sure I'm not missing anybody's chats because I know there's a lot coming in. Yardy News says, not related to 2 days live. How can you sell a print, but you want the display to only show the image with a watermark or censorship on it, but the actual print obviously doesn't have the watermark? Hey, Yardy, that's a great question. So if you use Zenfolio's watermark feature, that print the watermark is not going to be on the printed product. Whenever you use our built-in watermark feature, we actually only apply that watermark to the display image that we generate. So your watermarks are right here in your account. If you haven't created one yet, you just need to come in here and create one. So if I go to watermarks and I hit new, I can use one of Zenfolio's built-in ones. Or if you want to create your own custom watermark, you can do that as well. And there's actually a really good video tutorial on our YouTube channel that goes over creating your own custom watermark. I actually take you inside Photoshop and I show you how to set it up in Photoshop, how to export it, and then bring it into Zenfolio. So it's a really good video. It's on our channel. Just do a search for custom watermarks and it should pop up. But again, if you're using our built-in watermarks feature, that watermark is only displayed on the website on the display image. Any prints that are produced from that, any digital downloads that are purchased are not going to have that watermark on there. So if I go in here and I create this watermark and I say, you know, let's do proof and let's hit save. And then this watermark has been added. Once it kind of generates here, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and click on it. And we can go ahead and double click on it to set up the property. So if you double click on it, that will take you to this screen where you can kind of set the property. So if you want that watermark to be a little bit more bold, you can. You can move it around on the image. Once you're kind of happy with it, you just need to come down here and save it. And then you just need to either set it as default. Now, if you set it as default, that watermark automatically gets applied to all of the new content that you upload. So from that point on, any photo that you upload will automatically have that watermark applied to it. Now, anything that you've uploaded before then, you'll need to have to go back and manually add the watermark, which I'm about to show you how to do. So let's say we want to go into this gallery right here. And we want all of these photos to have that watermark. Now, what I want you to notice is right here, there is no W showing anywhere. So none of these photos are watermarked. But if we go to, and I got to remember how to do it on this new photos page here. I think it's under actions. Yep. So we're going to click on the gallery. And let me get myself out of the way so you guys can see all of this. So we're going to go, and let me clear that. There we go. We're going to go to the gallery right here. And then we're going to go over here to actions. We're going to hit add watermark. And then we're just going to select this one. And so now you're going to notice these images all have the little W by it. And they're probably all going to start spinning here in a second, meaning that they're regenerating. But let's go ahead and take a look at this gallery really quick. And so they're all going to be spinning. What we're doing when you see that is we're regenerating the preview images that are shown on the website to have that watermark. But when clients purchase these as prints, that watermark is not going to be on the print, or if they purchase a digital download, that watermark is not going to be on the download. It's only on the display image. So hopefully that answers your question about that. If I need to clarify anything, definitely let me know. Again, make sure that you check out that tutorial on our channel for custom watermarks. It's going to show you how to create those custom watermarks. All right, let me get back to my account here, and let's see. Try to catch up to you guys down here. Make sure I haven't missed up anything. Let's see. Lisa says, I will be photographing about 100 different dance classes. What is the best way to set up the classes in pre-order? Well, if you're going to be photographing about 100 different dance classes, it just kind of depends. That's going to be a situation where I really need to see the specifics on how we need to set that up. You can definitely reach out to me. Just go to zenfolio.com/contact. Put attention Robert in there, and that's definitely something that we can talk about. There's so many different ways to do it, and that's going to be something that's really specific. We probably just need to discuss the options that you need and figure out what's the best way to set it up. Without really knowing the details, I'm probably going to suggest that if you can get a list of the class names, if it's all for one school with different classes, if you can get a list of the class names, you can put that option as a drop down where they can choose their class name or have them type that in. But you need to be able to have some kind of separation to where you know what classes the pre-orders are for. All right, let's see. Lynn Long, so we already did that one. Doug says, wow, can't concentrate on Robert closing my chat. Sorry, Doug. Let's see. Mike says, contact support. Yes. Okay, there we go. Can you do a live chat on the best way to do in-person sales with Zenfolio? That would be great to get some tips. Hey, absolutely. I don't have time to really go into it, but I do know that one of the things that I recommend for doing in-person sales is using there's two buying experiences in Zenfolio. There's the quick shop, which is the little side panel, and then there's the shop home, which is what you see if you click to visit shop. And that is what I would really recommend using to do in-home sales, is using that visit shop option. I'll definitely put that down in content to discuss, and we'll do an upcoming live stream on that. Great topic suggestion. And so make sure that you're subscribed, because I'll definitely put that in the content coming up. Now, I'm not sure when I'll be able to get to it, but I'll definitely add that to our content schedule. Thank you so much for that suggestion. All right, let's see. Lisa said I skipped her question. Sorry, Lisa, I'm trying. It's really hard to keep on top of these. Chat, see, print credit works because client is charged full selling price. Photographer price. Okay. Let me make sure. Let's see. Sorry, it was about the favorites being sent to me. The conversation was broken up in the chat. I'm sorry about that. Hey, no problem at all, 14. Hopefully I kind of answered that. But yeah, like I said, there's a client buying tutorial on the channel that you can actually send out to your clients. that will walk them through that process. Now, they don't have to share the favorite set with you. The second that they click on that little heart and they create an account and it goes into a favorite set, then that is actually visible in your account. They don't have to share the favorite set with you. You can go to favorites, and then if you look, there are actually two different sections here. So there are shared favorites, which is the section where they've actually sent the favorites over to you. The other favorites is where the clients have favorited the information, but it just has not gone through yet. So there are two sections. The second that they click that heart, that information is visible here under other favorites. So you might just need to go in and check that if you're not seeing some stuff come through. Hopefully that kind of answers that. Let's see. Yes, absolutely. You can move the watermarks. Maybe a better, and then Kay Baker says, please explain how print credits benefit clients and photographers and how to use print credits. Let's see. All right. So the print credits, if you're, I'm not exactly sure how you're asking what they pertain to, but those print credits that I was showing earlier, if that's what you're asking about, those benefit you because, for one, you're getting the client's information, the email information, and then you're sending them out that print credit coupon. And what that's allowing your client to do is that's allowing your client to actually go in to the photos after you upload them and select their photos. So without that option, if you just do a traditional pre-order, you're kind of left fulfilling that order for the client. And that means that you're identifying what photo the client wants to use, and you're doing that on your own, or you're communicating back and forth with your clients, trying to figure out which photo they wanted for their pre-order. If you go the pre-registration route that I showed earlier with that print credit, that's actually giving the client the opportunity to go in after you've uploaded the photos and pick their photos out. Now, they can do that, and then once they place their order, if you have your price list set up to use our vendor labs, you don't have to do any of the fulfillment on that side of it. It goes right through our vendor labs and is sent out to the clients. And so that's the big benefit of doing that print credit option that I was talking about earlier in the live stream. Hopefully that answers your question. If not, please definitely let me know some more details, and I'll try to get better clarification for you. All right, let's see. Let me grab a couple of email questions really quick, guys, and then I'll jump back to you guys here on chat. So this email question says, my site menu items will not fit in my site header. They keep getting cut off at a point. I have more items I want to show. How can I show them? So this happens if you have too many site menu items up on your site menu. There's only so much room on your website for items to show. And so if you have too many up there, eventually some of those options are going to get cut off. And so what you need to do is you need to use a drop-down menu. So to show you guys this, I'm going to go to website. And I'm going to open up customize website in a new tab just by right-clicking on it. Hit open in a new tab. And that's where we're going to go and actually be able to customize our website. Now, as you can see right here, all of my site menu items are fitting pretty well up here. But if I were to add some more, let's just go and we'll add one. And I'll just say, okay. And we'll link it to, and I'm just linking these to random things really quick. Eventually, those are going to start cutting off. So if I keep adding more, eventually these will start being cut off and you'll no longer be able to see them. Might be this one. Oh, that one's still there. Let's keep going. Just add a little bit more text in there. And we're going to go right here. There we go. So that one is cut off and there's not a way to see it. And so what you'll need to do is you'll need to organize your site menu items into drop downs. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this really quick. Remove this. We'll remove that one as well. I accidentally clicked on it, I think. We'll remove that one. And what we'll do is we'll create a drop down out of this one right here. So what I'm going to do is just click the pencil icon. We're going to go up here and I'm just going to call this drop down. All right, and then we're going to say show drop down menu. And that basically turns this into a drop down menu, and it's going to save some space on your site. So now I can go back here again. I can click add and I can add a new drop down item in here. So new item. All right, and we'll link this to a group or gallery really quick. We'll put that in there. So now if I hit reload, now I could take all of those site menu items that I was trying to add, and they can all be in this drop down right here. So I can have this go pretty far down. You can see right here there are lots of drop down options, and you can also drag other items into this drop down. So if I wanted to drag this buy a session into my client's drop down menu, I can just expand that, grab the little dominoes, drag it in, reload this, and now that buy a session is in here. So once you get your site menu set up the way that you want, don't forget you do need to click this publish button that's kind of up here hidden behind this timer. But there's a publish button up there. You'll need to make sure that you publish those changes so that they actually go live out to your clients. All right, let's go back to our photos page really quick. And let's see. Hopefully I clarified everything. Forte says, doing sales in person in the gallery with my clients have increased their selection, so I can say it's a big help. Say they get 3 digitals, and due to doing it in person, they leave ordering 20 more. Yes, absolutely. In-person sales, if that's an option, if you're not a volume photographer and that's an option, in-person sales is definitely a great way to increase your option, or increase your sales for sure. Let's see. Let me grab one more email question really quick, guys. Let's see. I'm going to try to find one that I have time to answer because we've only got about 7 more minutes left. Let's see. I'm currently on the older premium plan. What are the benefits to upgrading to the advanced plan? Well, if you're on the older premium plan and you upgrade to the advanced plan, one of the biggest benefits you're going to see is you're going to get phone support. And so if you're not sure what plan level you're on, you can always go to your account settings, and then you can go right here to account information, and it will tell you what plan you're on here. If you see premium, that means that you're on an older legacy plan. And if you upgrade to the advanced plan, you're going to get phone support, you're going to get access to the events feature, and a lot of the other stuff that I showed you guys today. So there's definitely a lot of benefits to upgrading to those newer plans. All right, let's see. Hopefully I caught up with everybody's questions in the chat. If I missed a question today, guys, I do apologize. I tried to make sure I was getting everybody's questions. Let me double check and make sure I haven't missed anything in here. Let's see. I think I've got everybody's questions. Let me grab another email question really quick. Let's see. What happens if a photo is allowed to be downloaded, but someone downloads it and uses it or sells it? Is there a way to notify them that they can download for personal use, but it is copyrighted? That's a great question. It's a question I've seen come up a lot. So my suggestion is, even if you're allowing free downloads, to use our digital products feature, because you can actually apply a license to the digital download, and when they're checking out, even if it's free, they still have to go through a checkout process. They actually have to read, they're supposed to read the license that's applied to that photo, and they do have to agree to it before they can actually download that photo. Now, once they get that download, the license that you've applied to that photo actually accompanies that download as a text file. So just so you're clear, that means that you're not going to want to let people download using the download option in gallery access. So if I go to this gallery right here and I go up to access, there's a downloading button right here. You want to make sure that this is turned off, because this downloading option is free. It lets them download the original photo but it does not make them agree to a license. Basically, they're just downloading it. So you want to go through the digital products feature, which if you haven't created a digital product yet, go to selling, and then you're going to go to digital products, click add product, and then this is the license right here. You can choose one of these licenses, or if you have a license that you've been using, you can actually upload it into Zenfolio and it'll become an option here. But when your client goes to download this, they have to read the contents of this license, actually agree to it before they can download it. And if you guys want to see more about that, go to our YouTube channel. There's a video tutorial, if I could get Cheryl to throw it out. It's called Selling Digital Products. It will take you through that whole process of setting up a digital product. It'll show you the checkout process and what that looks like. All right, let me go back to my photos page really quick. K Baker Photography says, thank you. What was the name of the Chrome plugin, please? It's called Loom. It's basically a plugin that lets you do screen recording, and you can do audio recording as you're recording your screen. And then it saves it on their servers, and it gives you a link to where you can send that link out to your clients. So it's a really good way to make quick tips and tutorials for your clients if they're having problems in a gallery, or if you need them to do something a certain way. You can use that to kind of record a quick tutorial and send them a link. It's a super awesome plugin. I use it a lot. All right, guys, we got about 3 more minutes left. Thank you so much for all of your great questions. If you're watching the recorded version of this, make sure that you hit that link so you can send me a question for next week. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button. We do new video tutorials on a monthly basis, and then we also live stream every Thursday, same time, same place, and that way you get notified when we go live. Also, those of you guys who are watching, if you could give us a quick thumbs up, please definitely make sure that you click that thumbs up, that like button. I really, really appreciate it. Let's see. Forte says, I wish you guys were live every day. That would be fun. I mean, I think I could definitely handle that. Let's see. Shakima said, and hopefully I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, I apologize. But she said, I'm an advanced member. Who do I talk to about Photographer Central? Hey, just shoot our support team an email really quick at zenfolio.com/contact. Let them know you're an advanced member and talk to them about Photographer Central. Now, if you need help with Photographer Central does have its own support, so you'll need to reach out to their support team. I'm not sure if they have phone support. Photographer Central doesn't, but you can definitely reach out to our support team and talk to them. All right, let me see. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody in chat. Let me see if there's an email question I can ask really quick. Answer really quick. Where can I add a gallery ID on the new photos page? So I think what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to set up the friendly URL, or maybe you want to do the gallery ID for client access on the new photos page. So that is going to be right here. If you go to the gallery, go up to actions, and then there should be a share button. You can hit that, and this is where you can enter that gallery ID. So right here, I could enter, test. That becomes the gallery ID, and then I can save that right here. So clicking save. If you guys are not sure what the gallery ID is for, it makes the link a little different for the client. So if this was a link that I was going to send out to a client, I could go to actions, go down to share, and now if I remove this, that is what that URL looks like for this gallery. But if I put Forte in here, now it's customized that link to be a lot easier for my clients to enter. Now that's one thing that the gallery ID is for. The other thing is you can use it on the client access page. So if I go to website and built-in pages right here, and I go down to client access, let's open this up in a new tab really quick. I'm racing the clock, and I put in Forte. This should take me right to that gallery that I just saved it. And there we go. All right, guys. So unfortunately, we are out of time. I do want to say thank you to everybody who came and hung out with me today. Great questions. Again, if you're watching the recorded version of this, make sure to hit up that link and send me your questions for next week. Also, guys, don't forget we do the live streams every day, or not every day, every week, same time, same place. And until then, I hope you all have a safe and wonderful weekend.